Here's one. It lives in United Arab Emirates. I read your book and saw your videos, and am now really impressed. You are doing a good job. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My mother is a lung cancer. There you go. Same thing. Same thing here. The tumor is in the lower left lobe. Already 6 chemo rounds done, but there is no reduction in the size. Yeah, matter of fact, that if anything is going to make it grow. Again, same thing. Fruit diet, fruit diet. You really want to get on a grape diet here. Now, I would be on the 3-lung tea, inhaling it and drinking it, especially now. If she's getting edema in the lungs, then you're going to be careful with how much fluids that she's going to have, because she's going to have it aspirated. If her lungs start filling up, my dear one, do not cut down on fluids, have her just eat grapes, but don't let that scare you. Just her lungs will have to be aspirated when she can't breathe well, but keep on going, and then her lungs at one time will stop filling up with fluid. We've seen this over and over and over again, but you might have to have her lungs aspirated every once in a while, thoracentesis, and go that way, but keep going. This idea of chemo and trying to get rid of tumors, they're just trying to burn it out, and here's a good example where you can't do that. Again, I'd have her deep breathe. Have her deep breathe. Learn how to breathe properly into the lower lobes. In other words, your first breath should never raise you thoracically. Your first breath should raise you abdominally. Down here, not here, not this, and breathe in and get that oxygen down in those lower lobes. Now, the lung formula, I'd be on the lung formula probably a little more aggressively, maybe a dropper full, dropper and a half full, maybe every 4 hours. I'd be after those kidneys, those adrenals, that GI tract. I'm going aggressively after this case, right? Now, she's going to come down with a lot of mucus, maybe even pneumonia-like symptoms. So, let that stuff come out, because she's going to spit up some gnarly, gnarly crap, guaranteed. So let it come out, no matter what. You want to see the green, the brown, and maybe even the black come out of her. Forget the clear mucus and the yellow mucus. That's just you're just breaking in the doors right then. So a lot of stuff's going to come out of her, and good, but you want to see sediment. Remember, the sediment in the urine right here, vital to see that. After watching your videos, we already started a raw fruits and vegetables. Yeah, amen. Now can you guide us what else we can do? Specific foods, anything else? Grape diet, immediately. Grapes only. I'd probably do grapes over grape juice, but I would drink and sip on the 3-lung tea off and on throughout the day. These herbs are designed for breaking up hardened sputum, tumors, things like this. And of course, she's going to start coughing and cough this stuff out. You want her cough with production. You don't want dry coughs. And that's why this is important to hydrate and not have her having dry coughs. This can hurt her diaphragm and things like that. You can work on the neurolymphatic points, particularly in the upper, from the neck down to the mid of the back. That's kidneys up to the lungs. Work on those neurolymphatic points. That'll help big time break this loose. These sort of things. Really, I am helpless person. If you help me, I always be thankful. Well, always, my dear one, always here to help. That's the whole thing. That's what I do in this case. Again, with the herbs, also with the kidneys, the adrenals, the GI tract, the lymphatic system. I'm going to pull that way. Absolutely going to pull that way. But a lot of this is going to want to come up and out, I guarantee you. Done too many lung cancer cases in my world, or those with lung tumors, whatever you want to call it, and get them out of there. The less you do any type of damage to those tissues, you don't want to biopsy, who cares? You got a tumor, go after the tumor, which is going after the lymphatic system. But again, a lot's going to break up, a lot of coughing up, nasty stuff. And again, remember, if lungs start filling up and she can't breathe, she has to go in and have her lungs aspirated. Don't fear that. It just has to be just one of the bad, nasty side effects of having high acidosis in the lungs. Is edema, and that's true anywhere and everywhere in the body. Around the heart, the same thing, guys. Same thing. That's why you got to go after this lymphatic system aggressively. And that's how I would go after that one. Love you guys. Take off after these cases, guys. These are vital cases. But this applies for everyone in the same conditions. Except when your lungs, you use lung formulas, like 3-lung tea. But you can use 3-lung tea with any swollen lymph nodes throughout the body. Absolutely.